Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we'll be doing um, more news of the day. I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of glowing speck. I don't know if it's just refraction of light or what, but anyway, um, we got two news stories to talk about. The first, Queen Elizabeth II of England has passed away at 96 years of age. The woman had ruled England for 70 years, maybe a little over, a little less, but approximately 70, which, you're closing in on 3/4 of a century, 100 years. So think of how much has changed just from 1900 to 2000, or 1901 if you prefer. We just got through fighting Spain, and World War One and World War Two had yet to happen. Um, the great influenza pandemic had yet to happen. The Great Depression of the 30s. The U.S.'s economic boom of the 50s, 60s, and the counterculture. The 70s go into an age of uh, rebellion and drugs. And then the 80s, you have yuppies and all kinds of things. 90s, you have grunge. I was born in 80s, so 80s and 90s were my childhood. And now you're in the 2000s, 2010s. We're in the 2020s now. So, yeah, the woman ruled England for 70 years. That puts it back in the early 1950s. Let's see if they say exactly when that was. But yeah, that was a long, yeah, 70 years is what they said. Um, so if that is just 70 years, it would be from 1952 until now. So yeah, that is a huge span of history. Far longer than I've been alive. Even a little longer than my father has been alive. And that was how long she had ruled England. Of course, she's born in the either the late 1920s or early 1930s. So yeah, it'd be about her mid 20s when she became queen, if you do the math. Ah, so yeah, I'd say late 1920s. I think it's like 1929 or so. I suck at math. I hate math as a child. I took it anyway. Yeah. Um. Overall, I guess she wasn't a horrible queen. Um. you know, monarchies have problems to begin with that are inherent within them because they are the sole power. But England's monarchy had given up much of its ruling power after the shoot, my brain's not functioning. After they created Parliament and had the document at Runnymede, I can't think of the name of it. The king was forced to give up some of his power and thus share it in a with a legislative body. I cannot think of the name of what that document was. I remember it was signed at Runnymede, England. I can't think of the name. But anyway, yeah, Queen Elizabeth the second died, which puts Charles in as king. So I guess he'll be King Charles. The however many, because there's so many. There's been a few Charles. I don't know how many in English history. I know there's quite a few in French. I think there's been a 2 or 3 in England. But anyway, yeah. She's ruled for so long. It's just something you kind of have to notice. So, the other thing I want to talk about today, there is more trouble coming out of Memphis. Early in the morning, apparently there was a shooting, and this is after announcing the whole disappearance of Eliza Fletcher, and her body being found. And now it turns out early in the day there was a shooting rampage. I believe they said they've already caught the guy, but they're having trouble finding a motive. 4 people dead, 3 injured. So yeah. Do, 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 do. I think they caught him because, like a lot of other recent shootings, he put his online. So, as it happened live. Um, he was on Facebook Live threatening to cause harm to citizens. Uh, and news spread across social media. So yeah, and I think they said it's one of the few shooting suspects they pulled in without killing him. But yeah, it was in Memphis, Tennessee. And this is just after school teacher Eliza Fletcher had died and disappeared. They found her body. And now this. It's been a rough little bit for the city of Memphis. So yeah. Um all right, the guy who committed the murders was Ezekiel Dewan Kelly, 19. Huh. Well, I don't know, but yeah. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone try to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, later.